Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our French Orchards map. And just same thing I did at the last series, the Swiss chocolate one. If you have not watched that, I recommend go and check that out. But in case you're only watching this one, I do want to show off the mods that I am running because there was a bunch of new Giants mods today that I have set up. So here's all the mods I'm running, just in case you wanted to see. Again, it's basically anything that's Giants, with the only exception being the sleep anywhere, just so I can sleep, well, anywhere. So we're going to jump into this. Again, I love this picture here. It's really cool. Wow, this is loading up. I got something on my glasses. Hair or something bugging me. Today, we're going to be doing some grape harvesting, if I remember right. Nice little setup over here. There's our little tiny dinky tractor. Whoop, jump over it. Yep, we are ready to harvest our grapes. There they are, just ready to roll. Looking just nice and juicy and, well, technically they look like tiny little flat images. But whatever. At least the leaves look cool. The grapes themselves, I mean, I don't want to complain too much. They could have been a little bit more fruitful. And by fruitful, I mean full. Right now, they're just, yeah, I don't know. All right, come on, Giants. Do a little bit better on the grapes, please. If you're going to put them in the game. But anyway, we got to get us a harvester, right? Is there a trailer harvester for grapes? There's trailers, there's the sprayer, and there's the leaf thing, which we will need. So no, I didn't think so, but I wanted to double check. So grape technology, there is only one. If we come down to the, just to make sure, packages, it literally is just that one. I mean, I would love to buy you, but we can't. We are going to need some money, though, because we have minimized our loan amount at the moment. We'll just borrow, honestly, a decent chunk. And then we will come over here and grab that. We're going to lease it because we can't afford to do anything else. So does this pull the trailer behind it? Or do you no, it does not. So you fill this thing up. Once it gets full, then you unload it onto the trailer, I guess, next to it or something. So we will lease you. We can get different wheels for this as well. There's actually different. Why does it say standard wheel setup when there's no option to change that? Well, then why give us the wheel setup at all? We will lease you. It's still so incredibly expensive to lease. Are we even going to get close to enough grapes for all of that? And we do need a trailer. So we've got this one at 6,000. This one's at 12,000. This one's at 14,500. What? Okay, I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but it's not that much more. I was expecting to be like 18 or something like that, but no. I mean, I don't think we're going to need more than the 6,000. I'd like to be wrong. I would love to be wrong and have more than 6,000 from this. Which one does it recommend? The 6,000. Okay. So we'll grab you and we will, I think until we know, we're just going to have to leash you for now. I'm going to have my worker drive this thing over. Oh, I should get into it. I was like, I'm missing a step. I'm going to have you drive over here, just somewhere over here. That'll be fine. Get you going, and then we'll grab you and drive you back ourselves. This is going to be kind of cool. Definitely different. I mean, just, it does blow my mind a bit that, though the machines obviously in Farming Simulator are based off real life, right? I mean, these machines exist. That's the whole point. But to me, as someone who doesn't know anything about this stuff, beyond what I've learned in Farming Simulator, these machines seem so fantastical. Like, this doesn't seem like a real machine. Who came up with the idea for something this insane? I mean, this isn't even one of the most crazy machines there is. There's several others as well. It's just the fact that these machines exist in real life just blows my mind. We might have to do this one then. How realistic is that camera? Over there on the right-hand side. I don't think it is because it's not showing anything right now, but it would be incredible if that was realistic and it would help us line this up. I mean, presumably we just line up with this bar. I can't point, but like, you know, the bar at the top there, it's kind of right down the middle, and I feel like I would just line it up with that, or just to the right edge of my cockpit there. But it would be so cool if this thing would actually line up, like if you got close or something, but I don't think it's going to change. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it from the outside. I think we're close. It's hard to tell. There's not really an easy way to line this up right here. Oh, I probably need to unfold this. Let's just make sure we're unfolded then. I don't know what it does. It makes it go taller. That's all I did. Okay. Well, I'm glad I did that first. And then we will turn you on. And we will start, hopefully, harvesting some grapes. So there's a little bit of like, you know, yes, it's not accurate. If that was accurate, this would be incredible, but it's not. So we're just going to have to just use this guide, I guess. I mean, I don't know how, like, could I steer off of this? No. So once we're on here, we're on here. So that's good to know. And now I'm kind of stuck because I'm at a weird angle. Thing's filling up, you know, decently fast. I mean, we're going to get, what, 20% at least off of this one pass. Okay. Oh, oh. Come on. I'm a little off center here. All right, so 662 liters, 21% off one pass. That means we're going to have 3 full harvester loads. 662 times, we're going to have 6,620 off the first 10, plus another 3,310. So we're going to have almost exactly 10,000 liters. Is that right? And then if we... look at the costs for grapes right now. What are we in? We're in September, so, but I'm still, I think that line might tell you, I want to believe that the line is the maximum, right? Like that's going to tell you how close it is to the maximum. So I want to say we're pretty close to the maximum right now, even though we're in the middle of October. So for 10,000 liters, we could sell that for, well, $6,000. It's not a lot. We turn it into, somewhere down here. The raisins, which looks like it's at the very bottom, if that's accurate, would be $12,000. Grape juice would be $17,000, and it's going up. So it might even go up to like close to $2,000 for all we know. So that'd be $20,000 for the raisins, for the grapes. I mean, it's what, 12,000 to draw a line? So almost 2 lines worth of grapes. Not going to pay for the harvester. The harvest lease cost is more than the amount of grapes we're going to get from the grape juice. Yeah, we're not profitable with the number of lines that we have. Because the harvester lease cost was 24,000. Was that right? Which one was it? Sorry, I'm letting my thing run right now, but it's all right. How much was this to lease? I'm gonna go look at another one just so I know how much this was a lease. Oh, it's 12,000. Okay. Okay. So we're getting 20,000. Now, we don't want to hold on to this, right? We need to sell this back and lease it every time we need it. We're only gaining like 8,000 there, though. That's not much. That's assuming we turn it all into... Assuming we gave me close to 20,000 and we turned it all into grape juice. I mean, we're close to profitable. Like, to be perfectly profitable. We're just not quite there. So how many lines? I think if we filled up this field, yeah, if we filled up the field, we would be at, because we're only like halfway through the field right now. We would have like 30, maybe even a few more. But let's say we doubled and just did 30, whatever that, whether that fills up the field or not. We would be potentially up to $40,000 per crop for grape juice. Which is definitely starting to get some profit, right? I mean, we're still having to pay off the grape vines themselves, but we're at least starting to make that direction. We're paying off the equipment at the very least with some left over, which means that we are basically paying off the vines. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So I think what we have here barely breaks even on the equipment leases. I mean, I could return all the equipment and just lease it when we need it. Since I don't think there's the upfront cost anymore. I think it's just a flat monthly fee now. So maybe that is exactly what we need to do. Return it every week, every month, lease it when we need it. Trying to decide if this is even worth it. Well, let me rephrase that. Of course, I mean, whether it's worth it or not, we're still doing this because this is what I want to do on this playthrough is we're going to do the grapes. What I mean is like, is it, oh. What happened there? What did we do wrong there? Confusing. No idea why this didn't grow. It just didn't. Something's wrong with it. Huh. Okay. Well, I mean, if it happens again next cycle, we'll dig into it more, but I'm just going to chalk it up to just something goofy. Or maybe it did grow and we just can't see it. Maybe it's a graphical thing. Don't know. I don't think that would be the case, but you never know. Oh, come on. Really? Come on. Can't be that far off. I feel like I'm like right fairly near the middle. All right, there we go. Part of me wonders if I got this fully fertilized the way it's supposed to be. Like, I feel like I'm still missing something in the process that's just not giving me the full yield that I was hoping for. Maybe this is the full yield. I genuinely don't know. All right, hoping this will stay on a relatively straight line, long enough for me to... Actually, let me just stop you for a second. I'm going to grab the other machine, get our trailer hooked up and bring it over there so we're ready to go. How much loan can we take? I'm looking at the wrong screen. 65,000 more, so just barely over about $120,000 total. Yeah, we can't buy that harvester right now. So, and it would be 20 uses of that harvester to be worth more than just leasing it all the time. So, we're going to be leasing for quite a while, I think. Oh, I was going to have the worker do this, but whatever. I'm already halfway there, I guess. Wait a minute. Is my math wrong? 20,000 liters. Or 10,000 liters, how much we're going to get? We get 2,000 per 1,000 liters. I think I'm missing a... I think I missed a digit, didn't I? Look. No. So it's 10... Yeah, okay, no, I think I'm right. And even then, the grape production is not a 1-to-1, right? It's close. Close 1-to-1, but it's not quite. So we're going to lose a little bit of efficiency there. Not efficiency, but just a little bit of the product in the process. So even if it got up to 20,000 for the grape juice, we would not have exactly 10,000 liters. Or 2,000 for the grape juice, that's what I'm trying to say. If we got to 20,000, that'd be great. But no, it's going to get to probably close to 2,000, and then we'll lose a little bit in the process. I think it'll still be worth more than the raisins. We'll do the math here in a minute. Although the raisins are at the bottom price, it looks like, potentially. So there's a good chance the raisins could go up if we sat on it for a little bit. But I don't like raisins. We're going to do grape juice first. I'm going to unload now because even we're not going to quite get a full load off the next pass. Oh, I think it... Does it unload out the back? I actually don't know. We'll find out here in a second. I think it does. Yep. We're definitely having more than one trailer load full, though. Okay, let's do some math real quick because I want to make sure that... Oh, it's even going up even more. That's awesome. I want to make sure that doing the grape juice is definitely going to be better than the grapes. Should be. Where's grapes? Come on. Grapes are at 738 at the... Okay, I was like, there's 2 grape processing units. One of them's mine. I could like the fact that I could sell to my own thing is just a little weird. But I could actually just sell it to my thing instead of processing it, which is a little funny. But okay, I was gonna do the math. So let's assume we're gonna get 20K. We might get more, which is great, but it just or 10K, sorry. If we get 10K, so 10,000 liters will be 10 1,000 liter increments, and this is per 1,000 liters times 738 right now, 7,380. So just doing it as grapes is 7,380. Cool. If we do it as, well, just for giggles, raisins, which is 1-to-1, well, then that's, well, 1,000, well, 12,500. So that's already better. Good. And then obviously there's a little bit of production fee, but the production fee is such a small amount, I'm not going to calculate that in. And then we're at 1827 right now, but obviously there's a drop off, right? So grape juice is 90 to 72. So if we had 10,000 liters divided by 90, 111 cycles times 72 is 8,000. Okay. And then times, or so 8 times, what was it, 1833, which is going up even more. It's 14,664. So it's actually less than that 20K I was hoping for because of the drop off. I mean, our harvester cost 12,000. We're at least making a profit barely, and maybe that price will continue to go up. It's not much. We're going to go ahead and drop off the grapes real quick just to get them rolling. But yeah. Not quite what I was hoping for. But a lot of that is because we just don't have huge fields. If we had double the field, then we for sure would be making profit right now. Of course, we still have to pay off that double the field, but I don't know if I have to be perfect, but let's drop this off. Set you up over here so you're ready to get some more. I'm going to pull you a little farther out just in case that guy has a little trouble turning around. All right, so there's that. Let's walk over here real quick, make sure we're good. And I could do it from the production menu, but I kind of just wanted to walk over and see it. I hear it making noises. Oh, there's grapes in there. Were those in there before? Or did those just go in there just because I just dropped these off? It's not running right now. Is this actually gonna run? Are we gonna get to see this? We want to turn on the grape juice. And we're storing the grape juice. Yeah. Because I'm gonna sell it myself, I guess, maybe? Alright, let's go check this out. No. Boo. It'd be cool if it like turned this on and we could see it running up there. That's alright. I hear you. Making us some grape juice. We've already got, how much grape juice we've already got? We're at 9 liters of grape juice. That'd last me a couple weeks. If it's going to do 3 cycles per hour, and each cycle is 90, then it'll burn through 2,631. And how fast? Divided by 90. It'll be 29 cycles. So, and 3 of those per hour, divided by 3. So it'll be 10 hours to cycle through all of that. So if we were to put in all the crop here, all the stuff here, we'd actually have more than this can produce in per hour. But, and eventually we might get to a point where we need to do both raisins and grape juice if it's able to do kind of a double duty there. And that way we're keeping up with the grapes that we're making. But for right now, because we have several months between cycles, obviously, it's not going to matter. We got several months before we can do anything. We really should plant something on the rest of this field just to get something for our troubles. Get some extra income coming. I don't really want to, though. I don't know. Let me think about it. Well, like I said, this is a different playthrough than my other ones. Yeah, okay, we're good. Very little automation on this one because we can't really do any of these orchard stuff automated right now. At least not the way the workers are set up at the moment. I don't know if they'll ever add that, but for right now, we are just very manual, but that's okay. And that's fine because I do automation on a lot of my other stuff. But this is going to be a little bit more laid back, peaceful. That means less YouTube views because people get bored. Well, then I guess that's the way it is, but I'm having fun. Let's see if we actually still get grapes for this section here. No, nothing. I wish I knew what happened with that. I mean, we may have to sell that and replant it. I don't know what's going on with that. It kind of bothers me, to be honest. Oh, you know what? I wonder if we're getting a lot less production because this isn't actually truly plowed. Like, I'd like to think that we've got fertilization. I just don't know. I don't know what we can't afford to just delete them and restart though, right? Like, that's not a thing that we can do. What if I ran the cultivator or the little subsoil or whatever it is right next to the vines? Would that get us better plowing? We'll try that this cycle. But I feel like that might have cost us a big chunk of grapes there because we didn't actually plow this under. Oh no, but we can do that. We can check that, right? Because all of this over here is plowed under and fully fertilized. So we'll get to see how much we get over there. That's right. That's right. Because we're getting about 20% for each pass here, right? So slightly more, in, you know, but around 20 to 25%. If we get a huge jump once we get over to that fully fertilized section, then we'll know for sure. And if that does go up, which I'm hoping it really does, then one, we'll just accept that this is the way it is until I can afford to replant these, because I just can't do that right now. But that'll give me the peace of mind to know that as we add more grapevines, we are going to be getting even more and more profit, you know, for our troubles, basically. Does that start at vine number... Like, did we do the first 10 without plowing, I think? Is that right? We'll check here in a minute. I don't know what it is. There's something about the fact that this is a little bit of a hill that just makes me kind of happy. Like, most crops I wouldn't want it, but for the grapes, I think it just makes them look cool. Like, it just gives it that hillside, you know, vineyard, you know, kind of grape, whatever, you know, hopefully you know what I'm saying, but it kind of gives me that feel. Oh, am I just stuck? Come on. I get that I wasn't quite centered, but there we go. It's a little better. Come on. For some reason, I'm having trouble getting this one centered. Come on. There you go. A little bit further. There you go. A little further to the right. It's like the very edge of the cab touches the kind of the stick, the top of the stick, and we're good. And if I understand right, we harvest now. We wait, what, one more month, I guess, so that the leaves dry up. And then we come back through with the leaf clipper or whatever they call it, to trim up all the leaves and get us back to where we're ready to grow again. I'm assuming that we are just dumping grapes into the processing unit, right? Like the grapes that are dumped in there are not assigned to a specific production queue until you turn on a production queue and it just pulls from that stockpile. So that does mean that we can just dump a bunch of grapes in there. And if we do get to the point where like suddenly the raisins are like worth way more than the grape juice for whatever reason, then we can flip it over, turn on that one instead, or leave them both on. And obviously it pulls from the same stockpile. So it's not like it's not like I'm dumping all these in to a single grape juice thing, and then I'm like, oh, well, now it has to be grape juice because there's no other options. The fact that there's two production queues in there is a nice little benefit. Part of how I wish this would allow us to paint these would be if you could drag and drop a square or rectangle, like an actual shape, where if the width of that square was then wide enough to add, another, X number of vines, then it would just put it at a perfect distance away from it. And, the length of the rectangle would define how long it is, and then the width of the rectangle would define how many vines there were, and just do them all like that instead of having to do these single strands of one at a time. Now, don't get me wrong, the single strands one at a time is fine. It's just some little imperfections like that right there that bother me personally that have no bearing, as far as I could tell, on the actual state of the grapes, but it does bother me. Oh, that one where it was missing some. That's not the one where I painted on the grass, was it? Let me go look here in a second. Because that might have been the case. Are we at the no, the next one's the fertilized section, right? Yep. Okay, this is the last row of number 10. And then we start the 11th one, which is presumably not fertilized, but plowed is what I'm trying to say. Presumably fully plowed. And we can see if there's a difference there. And we're like at 42% right on the dot almost. So that's literally 21% per pass so far. Let's see if this gives more than 21%. If we're higher than 63, then we know that the plowing makes a humongous difference. And we messed up, but live and learn. I mean, visually it doesn't look like there's more grapes over here, but the visuals obviously is what it is. I mean, I don't know if they'll change that visually based on things like that. I don't think it's going to be any different. I think we're going to be 63. Okay, well then, I was kind of hoping it would be different, to be honest, because I wanted to know that, okay, we got to plow to make sure that we do this right, type of thing. I mean, is there any other traits about these, like even the ones that I'm just now doing, that is different that I'm seeing? I mean, they look fully plowed, obviously, because we can see that there's no weeds. They don't need lime or anything like that. I mean, they're just ready to harvest, so there's that. I mean, whatever. I don't think there's anything else that I can see about these that we're missing. I think these are as, productive as they're going to get. They got two stages of fertilization, so there's nothing wrong with that. No, it is what it is. Well, I mean, on the plus side of that, I guess, even though I was hoping that these would be slightly high producing, so we would just know that that's what we need to do to get really good producing plants. The plus side of that is that we don't have to redo the ones to the right over here. Oh, wow, we're way over time. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. When we come back, we'll finish up the harvest here and then fast forward so we can do the leaf clipping and go from there. So I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.